If you couldn't already tell from all of this greenery here, it's Green Thumb Thursday, and Arlene Reed from Glenhaven Greenhouses is here with us. And Arlene, you were telling me before, vegetables, this is the time to plant vegetables.
It really is. A lot of people think that because the weather has gotten hot or the season is late, it's too late to plant their garden. Now, it is too late to plant peas and certain things that need the cooler weather.
Sure.
Lettuce won't do as well right now. But now is an excellent time to plant tomatoes and squash and cucumbers and peppers and garden flowers and things, herbs. It is amazing how nice the plants do in this type of weather.
Okay, and talk about the soil, how much we need to water, if we need to water a lot or a little in this type of weather?
Okay, many of the areas are getting some rain, but some of us are only getting showers and we're not getting drenching rains. Definitely check your planters, check your ground before you're watering. If you're seeing your plants wilt, especially coleuses and plants like that, if you're seeing them wilt in the hot summer or hot weather like the sun and all, it may not be that they're dry. It may be that they are just very, very intensely warm because of this intense heat. Water, but before you water, make sure, test with your fingers, make sure that it is dry because some people are losing their plants from watering too much.
Gotcha. Now here's my problem. I always either water too much or underwater. I see something coming out of the bottom and that to me means I'm overwatering. Is that true?
Not necessarily. If you are an intense waterer and you water heavily, it probably is overwatering.
Okay.
If you are watering a plant, sometimes like a geranium, many times, especially in pots or containers, if you're watering and your plant is extremely dry when you go to water it, the water actually will come around the edge and out the bottom of the pot, but the actual plant itself will not reach, the water will not be going into the root as it should. So you really need to not only check by touching with your fingers, lifting with your hands if the container is so that you can. But there are ways to tell, and you can, common sense comes into this, but you do want to water, and you may want to water 2 or 3 times before that water soaks in.
So you got to use the old noggin a little bit.
Use the noggin.
And now here's another question I have for you. I typically maybe forget to water my plants once in a while, as many people do. Can you bring them back to life if they're wilted?
Usually, yes. If they are wilted, you can easily bring them back to life. If they are actually shocked or stressed to the point where they actually shut off their intake, it's kind of survival mode, you may or may not. But yes, most of the time, and just because it wilts does not mean it's over. Put it, if you can remove your hanging basket that's wilting impatiens or one idea or vinca, make sure that you give it a chance. Water it well, but don't necessarily put it in a cooler spot. You'll be amazed. An hour or 2 later, it'll be perked right up. Tomatoes are another thing that sometimes wilt down. This is a basket type of tomato, but it will perk right up once it's watered and cooler.
Arlene, thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. If you'd like some more information, give her a call. The number's right there on your screen. We will be right back.